Hi, I'm Venus Sohara and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about being child-free by choice. And someone actually asked me about this topic on one of my posts on Instagram, and they asked me, did I want to become a mother? And she was very polite about it. She didn't want to offend me. It's actually a post I was talking about attracting unwanted or unavailable men, married men, and how I've broken that cycle now. Yes. But anyway, and she asked me if I wanted to become a mother, and I said no, but I'll make a video about it. So anyway, this is the video. I am child-free by choice, and sometimes when I watch videos about this topic, I can just detect a bit of negativity or resentment or bitterness, or there's something about it that just seems not happy and joyous. For me personally, I think that I've never really wanted to become a mother. That's never been on my wish list, and for that reason, that's why I've not made it happen. So I think sometimes if you really want something, you can take maybe the steps and try and make it happen. Obviously, it doesn't happen for everyone, because there are people who desperately want to become parents and they are doing IVF, etc., and it's just not working out for them. And it's really funny because the other day, actually, I was looking for a sponge because I'm going to do this like special kind of beauty face therapy course online in a couple of days. And one of the requirements for it was to get a sea sponge. And I was doing some research about sea sponges, and I found out that they were not vegan. They're kind of like a living creature. So I was looking for sponges that were natural, like made of cellulose and stuff like that. So anyway, it took me to the baby world, which was quite interesting. So I had to go into a couple of shops to find a natural vegan sponge. I had to buy it from Amazon in the end, but the process of being in this environment of cots and just all this baby paraphernalia, can you say that, was just kind of very strange for me. I saw a lot of stressed people and nice comfortable cots. I don't know, I just felt very kind of, oh my God, almost like a fish out of water. And just for me, being child-free just feels like the most natural thing in the world. It's not really something that I have wanted to do. It's never been something I've wanted to make happen. And one thing I'm glad about is the fact that I have always taken my sentimental partners in my childbearing years as I've taken them at face value, just looking at the present. I haven't been analysing them as, are they good providers? Could they be good fathers? And I've just been kind of like living the moment and enjoying it. And I'm kind of glad about that, to be honest. But I do acknowledge that having a child has to be one of the most incredible, beautiful things you can do in life. And we could say that that's what we are here for as a human species. I was also talking about this subtopic with a woman in my vegan group, and she was very kind of, anti-child. And I just found that quite sad because, sometimes some people in the vegan world can be quite hardcore ecologists, or that's how you say it anyway. Anyway, they're kind of like, birth strikers. They don't want to overpopulate the world. And she was saying that having your own child is a selfish act. And if you want to have a child, you should adopt one because there are many children without homes, which is true. But you can't deny that for some people, for most humans, that is our primary instinct is to reproduce and have a child and have your own child, have your own genetics. I don't think that's a selfish thing to do or not. That doesn't mean to say that, that adopted children should have a good home. They definitely should. Everyone should grow up in the best circumstances possible, but it's not really possible, unfortunately. But I don't think having your own child makes you a selfish person. I just think you're kind of doing what you set out to do from your own childhood, maybe. Yeah, and also I just think I've seen a lot of my friends who have children over the pandemic. They've just been complaining about them, and I think, why are you complaining? I think other people have been grateful to have that extra time, because obviously time goes by so quickly, and kids grow up really fast, and I think they should just kind of enjoy all those moments, and especially with younger children, because teenage years don't sound a lot of fun to have adolescence. I know I was, if anyone was like me, I mean, I would be a nightmare. I was a nightmare. So having someone like a mini me would be like, oh no. But yeah, I just found that people have been quite ungrateful about having children, and that's something I can't quite understand. And then complaining about them, and whereas others have been grateful. But for me, I read this book last year, which was quite interesting, called No Kids, 40 Good Reasons Not to Have Children by Corinne Mayer. I also made a video about this book, and I watched some interviews with her on French TV, and people seem to be very angry with her that she had the balls to mention that having kids was a terrible thing. Well, she doesn't really say, it's not really saying it's a terrible thing, but she's kind of criticizing society and how difficult it is to have children, and how people aren't really informed about how hard it can be. And even though she's a mother herself, I just found the whole thing very interesting. Yeah, but it was quite sarcastic. But yeah, so for me also, I've never been in a situation where I've thought, oh yeah, I want to have kids with this person. so for me, yeah, it's just not really happened. And also, I'm okay with that as well. And if it did happen, it would have to be an absolute miracle. But I would accept it as a blessing. But it's not something that's high on my agenda. If someone said to me, do you want to, have a worldwide bestseller or have a kid, I'd probably choose the bestseller if I'm completely honest. I do like freedom. I like peace and quiet. I like having no alarm, and I do like sleep. So I'd have to be really rich and like have a nighttime nanny, even though that sounds, some people might say, why bother having kids if you're not going to look after them? Well, yeah, that's why I haven't had them. Also, I did actually really, really want to have children before I was an au pair. So for me, being an au pair when I was a student at university was really the turning point for me. Because before that moment, whenever I was walking down the street with my best friend, I would always coo over these newborn babies, like, oh my God, have you seen that kid? It's so cute. Whereas now I don't even look. But anyway, I was an au pair for these kids. They were beautiful, like cute and everything, but my God, hard work. There was a baby of 6 months and a 3.5-year-old who was just like so much hard work. But to be honest, it wasn't really their fault. Their parents were awful, and the parents really, really, really spoiled them. So when I saw about how much work was involved looking after these two children, because there was a nanny as well, and I was an au pair, and the parents, and everyone was just exhausted. And I just found the whole thing, it really did open my eyes to how much work was involved. And all the stress. I remember when I first got to this, it was in Paris, I was actually just paranoid, just checking that the baby was breathing at night because it was in my care. And I was just like, oh my God, I didn't really feel totally confident. Didn't have any kind of skills about looking after children in my life, and the parents didn't seem to care about that. So that made me even more paranoid. But from that moment, after being an au pair, then I just kind of like, I just thought, I don't know, it's just never been something that I've cooed over anymore. But when I have had friends or family who have, had children, I'm genuinely so happy for them. And, I've been kind of like a cool aunt figure, which I do like actually. But I'm okay with it not being mine, definitely. And anyway, in life, there's just so many things to do, and so many ways to enjoy life. And having a nurturing spirit, which I do believe I have, can be expressed in different ways. And also, my creativity is not just about procreativity. I'm using my sacral chakra in different ways to express my art, and that's how I feel about reproducing. I'd rather kind of create art than a person. And also another reason is I don't really like going to the gynecologist, and I don't think I could deal with all that poking and prodding and childbirth and pelvic floor stuff. I've been actually writing an article about pelvic floor today, and it's just like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to kind of deal with that kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, child-free by choice, and enjoying life, enjoying every moment, because every moment is a gift. What about you? Are you child-free? What is your opinion on this topic? It's quite a divisive topic. Whatever your situation is, I hope you are happy with it. and I would love to hear or read your comments below. And if you have any suggestions for new videos, don't hesitate to contact me at venus@venusohara.org, and I will see you very soon.